one-on-one conversation. 30 minutes of pure entertainment with musicians, writers, and actors to motivators, chefs, and even rappers to up-and-comers with the it factor. It's the Jazzie K War coming at ya. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Tune in, chime in, sit back, relax. Have fun, some smiles, a few laughs. Jazzie After Dark.
Sweet perfume, it sure smells good on you. I hold your lipstick and let all your hair down. 'Cause baby, when you get through, I'm gonna show you. Tonight will be a special night, no matter where we go. I'm so proud to be with you. I just wanna let you know you continue and it's so damn fine. I wanna say
Hey, what's up, y'all? Happy Monday. See, Matt should have had me back there as a background vocalist. What's up, y'all? Happy Monday, and welcome to another edition of Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. Was he singing that song or what? I'm super excited tonight, y'all, about our special guest. But again, happy Monday. Happy Halloween to everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I almost forgot it was Halloween. So the doorbell has been like ringing crazy, people and kids knocking on the door and all that jazz. I can remember those days walking in the neighborhood, going to people's houses to get candy. You know, I love that. Hello, my friend Castella. If you don't know Castella, then shame on you. She's in California. They definitely know how to party. Well, of course, we have Chef D. He's in the house. Of course, Dr. Graham is also here with the App Life. She's here. What's up, my friend, Mr. Gary Smoot? That is one bad brother. So, hey, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and kick off Artist Talk right now.
Live from WKRW, welcome to Artist Talk, a live one-on-one conversation with your host, the man with the golden voice, Jazzie K. Ward.
Hey, everybody. Happy Boo Monday. I just wanted to say that, right. So that's right, Castella, you are still in at Castella had a show this weekend, I think in Birmingham, Alabama. Again, hey, Castella. Everyone in the comment section, please put where you're watching from. Also share with us like your favorite childhood Halloween experience. Do you like Halloween? I love horror movies. Like anything with Michael Myers, anything. I watch all the Halloweens. I just love that. Don't forget to do the hashtag shame on you in the comment section. Maybe tonight, if we have time, we can give away a special little token to someone. But don't forget, I need everyone by the sound of my voice to go over to kwardradio.com, which is my website, Kward Radio, which is my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. And if you don't, shame on you. Gary said he watched Hocus Pocus. I love Hocus Pocus. And they also have a new one out. Castella said, I do not like horror movies. Oh, Chantel said Michael Jackson's Thriller. That was your favorite song? I like that too. So let me tell you a little bit tonight. I've been anticipating this conversation for quite some time with the one and only Mr. Matt Newsome, singer, songwriter, as he said, elements of R&B, soul, pop, and jazz. And if you don't know Matt Newsome, you know what? Shame on you. But hope tonight you're going to get to know him a little bit better up close and personal. But let me just tell you a little bit about him. In the 2000s, Matt became a session and vocalist and writer with Electric Records and Island Def Jam. Now, in 2007, Matt started making a name for himself as a background singer for artists such as Denise Williams, Christopher Williams, and even Melissa Morgan. And I also think he opened up, he did some work with Melba Moore too, but we'll talk a little bit about that. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's give a warm welcome into Artist Talk, Mr. Matt Newsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, my friend Matt, how are you?
All right, how you doing?
I'm good, my brother. Your light is looking good over there. I'm loving the background. You just look all refreshed and
yeah,
vibrant.
I got that set up. You know, I gotta keep up with you now. Trying to keep up with you.
I love it, my brother. But first, I have to always say thank you so much
for
taking the time
to
come on Artist Talk, which, Matt, I've been following your music for quite some time.
And I appreciate it.
I was sitting up here and I said, you know what? I have not had my friend or Artist Talk yet. So I always say things happen in perfect timing, right?
Right.
I think this was the time that we used to have a conversation. But again, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Matt, before we get started, I do this segment called The Real You.
Okay.
So just some questions we're going to kind of ask you. Some of them are kind of goofy questions that is outside of your professional music, career. But I know you do other things. So I'm going to ask you this, man. Kind of go off the scale a little bit. Do you eat grits?
I do.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you
3-4 times a week.
So let me ask you, your grits, do you like salt or sugar in your grits?
Probably a little salted butter.
And let me ask you that. And why is that?
Oh no, I guess that was, a Southern thing, with on my mother's side of the family. Everybody's down from North Carolina area, Murfreesboro, North Carolina. And we grew up on it. I like it with the, like everybody else with the fish. Right. Eggs, that kind of stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I had some the other day. I found a good restaurant that really kind of locked in and almost kind of got that Southern feel going on, took me back a little bit. And I was like, wow, they put the salted butter and all that stuff. I ain't had to do nothing, So it was cool. I was like, wow, this is like right in my neighborhood too. And I was like, wow. I didn't know it. For a while they've been open too. So I was like, okay, I'll definitely be going there again probably this Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah, I can remember. I love grits. And then I started having this love for like cream of wheat. Some people don't like cream of wheat.
Okay, yeah, I do.
I eat it from time to time. And Castella says she likes both sugar and salt. Interesting.
Okay.
Chantel said cheese grits.
There you go. There you go.
Like the
That,
cheese
that's
grits.
definitely good. Yeah, I guess it depends on what you're eating with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could do sugar, but I
Yeah.
guess it depends on what I'm eating with it. You know, what goes with it. Kind of
Right.
determine how I'm gonna mix that grits up. You know.
Even Gary said, he said, I like cream of wheat with a little sugar and butter. Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
Interesting.
Now
I've,
let me break it. Let me change it up a little bit. Anybody like wheatina?
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's wheat. It's like brown. It looks like grits, but it's dark brown. Called wheatina.
Wheatina.
Yeah, yeah. Man, I don't know. I picked that up here. I don't know. I don't think it's not a southern thing.
It's not
I
a
picked
southern.
that up here in Jersey area, and decided to try it out, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
I love that. Love cheese grits. So my second question is, what do you have an embarrassing moment? Something that you look back and you just like, oh, you just laugh about it?
Oh, wow. Not that I could think of.
You know, never had embarrassing. Like I had an embarrassing moment. I felt bad. I was walking one day with a colleague and they didn't say anything. And I walked right in a glass door.
Ooh. So, wow.
Now, what are those?
I think little things like sometimes I see folks, you know, we travel around as musicians, as entertainers, whatever. You see people that look like people. And as the years go by, you know what I mean? You calling somebody a name, like they look at, oh, that's not you. Okay. All right. I apologize. You know, I've done that a couple of times before, but you know, that's the only thing that I could think of, you know, and I hate to forget names, but sometimes you're moving around and years go by and then you see somebody and you assume it's them and you say something and they're like, no,
that's not.
I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I
love that.
You know,
well, what's a couple of things? What's some of your favorite things to do outside of music?
Outside of music, I love to travel. Love to travel. I love
do
to travel.
Do you have a special place you like to travel to?
No, not really. I could go back to the DR. I could go back to France. I just visited my daughter in Cali, and some of the places I went there, I didn't have enough time. So I definitely want to go back there, Pasadena, and I got to see her, you know. And then I kind of hooked up with so many people through Instagram, like kind of just put it out there, let people know I was coming to my daughter's fiance. He's got a Urkel. I mean, for some folks might know him out west. He's doing, he's an audio engineer, worked with a lot of headliners, you know, and they did their own studio grand opening. And I went out there for that. And then I kind of connected with some folks that I didn't even know it was out west, just assumed they were still on the East Coast, you know. So it was a really nice visit for me. I just wish that I had more time, you know, because there was so many people out there that I wanted to stop and check in. I think we probably visited maybe 3 or 4 different people that, you know, I didn't know was living out West Coast, you know, but it was a nice trip, really nice trip. I'm looking forward to going back. But I don't know, sometimes I like going to places and just kind of exploring, you know, see what I can find, you know.
I like that. I like that you mentioned that you really didn't have a lot of time. So that kind of leads into another question. What do you wish you had more time to do?
Get into the entertainment there, kind of, you know, network with some folks, connect with some folks. It was man, Kenny Tomlin. He's out west. My cousin, she kind of manages and promotes his stuff. Nichelle Bell. Shout out to those guys, because they were ready to take me in and bounce me around to some different clubs and let people listen to what I had to bring to the table and stuff like that, you know. And I was like, wow. I said, well, you know, my daughter kind of had an itinerary already set up for me. So I'm like, I want to stick to that, because I hadn't spent that much time with her. So I was like, I was kind of torn. Oh, I need to go. I want to go check this club out. I want to go meet these musicians that, you know, man, Kenny was telling me about. And I was like, oh, but she, you know what I mean? I got to put the time in with her. So I said, well, you know, I'll next time I go out there, I'm going to definitely have some more time so I can do, you know, hang with her and her fiance and bounce around to some of the clubs and kind of network with people and try to get, you know what I mean? Because I said, well, if I get me some work out there, probably will be making, you know, a little more frequent. You know what I
Right.
mean? So that's what I was trying to kind of network a little bit to do that. You
Okay.
know?
I like that. So see, that's my segment of the real you. That wasn't bad, was
No,
it?
no, not at all.
That
Not at
wasn't
all.
so you know, Matt, but first I also have to ask you, you know, even though we're still, I think we're somewhat clear of the pandemic.
Mhm.
What was life like for you before the pandemic? And again, you know, did you have any family members, friends that were sick, or did you lose any family members during that
No, I
time?
didn't lose anyone, but I had some family members that were really sick. They made it through, thank God, you know. But nobody, you know, in
Oh,
my
good.
immediate family, lost their life or anything like that, you know.
Okay. Well, that's good.
So I was thankful for that, you know, but it kind of changed things for me there because I was like rethinking a lot of stuff, you know, because I'm like, this is kind of stuff that you think would happen in like a sci-fi movie.
Right.
You know what I
Absolutely
mean?
right.
No, I didn't. And now it was like reality for us. And I was like,
Right.
wow.
Yeah. Did you learn anything new about yourself during the pandemic?
Uh
Or anything that was like an eye opener? Like, wow.
yeah, like what far as my finances, you know, and I'm like, you know, I'm sure with a lot of other entertainers and artists out there, you know, they couldn't, you know, they had to kind of do a transition to do the Zoom thing, you know, and that I couldn't. I tried it a little bit, but I really couldn't get into it. I'm so used to doing up close and personal.
Right.
You know what I mean? I like that. I like that with people. You know, I couldn't get into it. I tried it a little bit. I really couldn't get into it because I couldn't get the feel. You know what I mean? Like I'm used to being in the stage and somebody's like, and sitting at a table that maybe be 2.5, 3 feet away from me. And you can kind of see whatever their reaction is like. And me, I read the crowd. I read the crowd a lot. And I'm like, if I'm doing something that they're not into me, I'll drive my band crazy.
Right. And you can also kind of look in people's faces. It's kind of a little different on virtual stuff to see their vibe or kind of feel like,
you gotta gotta put your best foot forward and hope for the best. But I'm just so used to being up close and personal with people because I read the crowd. I do. I don't know if a lot of musicians, I'm sure a lot of musicians, but I do it more. You know what I mean? I think that's my thing. I'll switch up a song, I'll drive my band crazy. I'll switch up a song real quick. I'm like, if I'm doing something, I got people on the floor. You know, it took me a few songs to get them on the floor. Then I'm going to try to do something that might be compatible to that song that got them up on the floor. At least 2, maybe 3 songs and before I slow it down or take a little breather or whatever the case may be. So I'm like, you know, and I feel like at that point, I've done my job. I got people up on the floor that don't normally, you know, get up to dance, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like I've done my job in that respect, you know?
I like that. So, you know, kind of moving into my next question, I always ask my guests this particular question. When you talk about music, and we know music is so healing and therapeutic for all of us, but I want to ask you, Matt, is why should people care about music in general? Soul music, jazz music, R&B, pop?
It is therapeutic for me. Music keeps me sane.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It might sound crazy to folks, but I can listen to a song. I could be bummed out about something that went on all week long. And I hear a song. It could be a phrase. You know what I mean? It could be some harmonies. It could be something melodic, and it'll change all of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Without listening to the whole song, it'll change all of that. And I'm like, wow. You know, and I learned that at an early age too. So music is like, it's medicine for me. It's therapy. You know, I've done a lot of things like, you know what I mean? That the music got, you know, I mean, it got into a lot of jams and went through some changes physically, mentally, and financially. And music kind of helped me get through all of that.
Right. I know, you know, and music brings out so many emotions. And so that's why, particularly a lot of times when I listen to jazz or listen to a pop song, I mean, I don't listen to that much country, but I will listen to it. But I think we all can relate to whatever we're going through. And I think even more so during the pandemic, Matt, and I'm speaking for myself, is that it gave me the opportunity to listen to more music because I wasn't going anywhere. I was at home all the time.
Yeah, I hear
You
you.
know, did it
Yeah.
allow you to be a little bit more creative? Did you write more during this time?
Yeah, I did. I did. As a matter of fact, I got back into because I was gigging so much. I was doing a lot of gigs,
Okay.
and I'm like my focus was let me go get this money. Let me go get that money. Yeah, this is cool. This is a good venue. It's a good crowd. Let me go get that money. It's a good group of musicians. I got to be on this gig. You know what I mean? I didn't stop to do that. And every now and then I would go. Me and my brother, my younger brother Jay, he does a lot of the production, producing. And I'll play chords. I'm not a musician. I'll play chords. And then the guy, like one of the band members I was working with years ago, and he said to me, well, we got into a little dispute about doing some modulation or something like that. And he's like, well, you're not really a musician. I know. Okay. And he kind of caught me like a punch in the gut. I said, you're right about that. Cause I just do chords and stuff until I hear what I want to hear. And I say, here, my brother, this is where I'm going with this song, with this melody, clean it up for me. And then we'll layer it later. But to get back to what he was saying, I said, yeah, you're right. I'm not a musician, but I know what I want to hear. Right. And what you're playing is not what I want to hear. so I won I thought I got a punch back, a gut punch back.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I can't play in a band, but I can sit there and doodle on the chords and stuff like that and put a song together and get a drum beat and then get some ideas, like, cause I get the little sequencer, Yamaha sequencer, and I put like rough stuff together. My brother, he'll clean it up because he, you know what I mean? He we're kind of like on the same page or close to that. And he'll come back with some other stuff and I'm like, yeah, that's where I want to go with it. That's where I want to go. Let's layer that. Let's do this. Let's do that. You know what I mean? We'll get like 8 bars of something. Sometimes I start with the chorus. Sometimes I start with the melody. Sometimes I start with the verses. I'll get a nice little run or something, like, for example, I did this one song I'm stuck on. Give anything, oh, I'd give anything, give anything, I'd give anything, what will it take? So now it's all right. My brother with that to a nice drum beat and some nice chords, like kind of light, stringy type stuff, and got me a nice little thumping. And I said, well, we got to build on it. And then sometimes I do stuff and I might sit on it for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
6 months, 7 months, and then go back. And like, I know just that thing. Now I'm like, I got the chorus. Now I want to go into why I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
Give anything, I'd give anything. What will it take? So now my verses have to consist of what I'm trying to say.
Wow. I love it. I love it.
So I'll break it down. Like, I guess if you're writing a book, I'll break it down to chapters. You know what I mean? So maybe it might just be 2 courses, because I don't think nobody do three courses. I mean, 3 verses anymore. So, you know what I mean? They would do something, edgy, little beat or solo or something like that, and then go back to the chorus and then kind of funk it out, vamp it out, and boom. We got something going on. Let's see what we can do. Maybe get a couple of different mixes and see what people send it to people that we rely on and say, give me, your perspective on where you think we at with this here. You know what I mean? Is it hitting, or, we need to do something different. We need to remix it. We play around with it and stuff like that. But,
I love it.
That's what the pandemic did for me. Got me back in and trying to open up some of the stuff. And then also Danny Mendez, I work, like we did 3 songs together. I give her a shout out, Danny Music, Danny Mendez Music. She's over in France now. We did 3 songs that's going to be on that EP that I was telling you about. And we collaborated on three of the songs out of the 6. Yeah, we did some collaboration on those songs. So,
so I want to talk a little bit more about that, Matt. We're going to take a short break.
Okay.
We're going to come back with a little bit more of conversation with our special guest tonight, singer-songwriter Matt Newsome. Again, go over to mattnewsomemusic.com, which is posted here, who's our special guest. And Matt, when we come back, you're going to sing something for us, right?
I sure will.
We'll sing something for us. So it's a special treat, y'all. I'm Jazzie K. Ward, and you are watching Jazzie After Dark Artist Talk. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. It's so nice to see you. My name is L.A. Young. And I'm here to let you guys know that you guys have got to make sure to check out Jazzie K Ward Mondays from 7 p.m. Central Time on Artist Talk. And if you don't, you know what we say, right? Shame on ya. Make sure you check my guy out, the absolutely amazing Jazzie K Ward. Stay tuned for music coming up for me. Love you guys. Love you, Jazzie.
Hey, everybody. Thank you so much to my friend, Miss Ellie Young. Such a beautiful lady, talented vocalist. So tonight, everybody, this is singer-songwriter Matt Newsome. Also, Matt has a new single out. It's called Groovin' Me, and it's available and streaming on all major platforms. So you can go download the song. And as I always say on the show, if you don't, shame on you. It's all about support, y'all. It's all about support. Shame on you. So, you know, Matt, when I hear your voice, remember we had the conversation. I said,
Yeah.
I hear these tones of Luther, and you know, we talked about Jeffrey Osborne and so many, you know, other, you know, artists. And like, who has been your big inspiration as far as vocalists to you? Who have you listened to?
Yeah, I think those three artists, Jeffrey Osborne, Peebo Bryson, and Luther Vandross. I listened to them for technique. You know, like I was telling you before, that one song that Peebo done, no, it's not the first time for us. We've both been there before. I think I'm in the wrong key anyway. We've both been there before. It's just a chance every lover takes to find romance. That song, that front of that song took me a while. I did it 100 times before I got that run, that riff. And I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I gotta get this stuff that these major artists is out. I want to do, what's it? If this world were mine, I would place at your feet all that I own. You've been so good to me. If this world were mine, I'd give you the flowers, the birds, and the bees. And with your love beside me, it would be all I need. If this world were mine, I'd give you anything. And you know, Cheryl Lynn comes in. And then Jeffrey, I ain't gonna hold you up. Jeffrey, I do in my show with the band, most of the band. What's the one that it's all so crazy now. Somehow it's got to change. Take a look at yourself, carrying on this way. I know you care about the love we're building here. So why get all upset? It's just not worth it. Listen to me, my dear. Don't you get so mad about it. That's the title.
Please go ahead and sing that song. Please.
We were having such a good time, baby. Oh, yes, we were. Then you went and spoiled the whole thing, baby. In front of everyone. You tell me that I was wrong and that all night long I was staring at somebody else. Well, maybe if you were right, there's no need to fight. There's no need to get upset. Don't you get so mad about it. There you go. There you go. So, yeah. So those are the three artists that I listen to. They give me technique. I listen to them and I'm like, if they doing it, I got to do it if I'm going to hang. You know, if I'm going to be there anywhere in that close vicinity, as far as those artists, you know, I gotta hang, you know.
I love that. I love that. You did that. You know what? That's one of my One of my favorite Jeffrey Osborne songs.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Okay.
I love that song.
Wow.
And
Wow.
your voice, your tone, and all. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that. So we have Dr. Graham here.
Okay.
And we're going to jump over to Dr. Graham and her segment. And Matt, you're going to sing something for us a little later.
Okay.
Right?
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
We're gonna get Matt to sing something else again for us. So right now, Mind, Body, and Soul with Dr. Chantel Graham right here on Artist.
Right.
It's time for Health and Wellness Check-In with Dr. Chantel Graham. Tips for the mind, body, and soul.
Dr. Graham.
I listen. I was back here singing. Put on my gold microphone. Listen.
You remember that Jeffrey Osborne song?
Yes. First of all, let me just say to this young man. Someone said that he was not a musician. I'm going to put on my professional life coaching hat. I'm just going to say, don't let no one put labels on you, because then that sets limitations on you. He is a musician. He may not play an instrument, but he's a musician.
That's right.
And grits do not have sugar. Grits go with it's savory, it's cheese, I'm sorry, butter. Don't put no Castella. Don't put no goddamn sugar on no grits. Sugar goes to oatmeal and cream of wheat and cream of rice. Farina, it don't go on no grits. We'll have that discussion later on. Sorry, I had to come back.
Well, you know what? I see people put sugar in their greens. I don't do that, but I don't know.
No greens, don't put no sugar in no tomato sauce. I don't want to hear none of that. No, that's not what sugar's for. But since we're speaking about sugar and savory and sweet and tangy, you know, the app life is about being active and proactive and prevention. And the one thing, you know, it's about to be November tomorrow. And then you got 2 months now, and it's going to be January. And everybody's going to have these New Year's resolutions, and they're going to want to get back in shape. Why wait until then? We're going to start now. We're going to start now. We're going to start putting good stuff in so we can get good stuff out. We're going to talk about tamarind today. You know what tamarind is? It's a tree that bears these dried fruits, and it has great properties. First of all, it's a great anti-inflammatory. You know, we always love that. And it's also used in medicine to help with eye disorders, especially like dry eye. But it's a simple fruit. Now, there's 7 other great benefits of tamarind. First of all, it helps lower blood pressure. It helps lower bad cholesterol, which is your LDL, and increase the good cholesterol, HDL. It has high potassium. Anything that has high potassium is going to put that blood pressure in check, okay? Next, it's also great for weight loss because it has flavonoids and polyphenols in there. It's high in fiber and it has no fat, so it's good for weight loss. It's also great if you have diabetes and lowering your blood sugar. Okay. It also can repair pancreatic tissue damage that's caused by diabetes. Now, keep in mind, if you are diabetic and you're taking insulin or something to reduce the blood sugar, be careful with taking that and eating tamarind because it might lower your blood sugar too low. So consult your doctor. But what doctor are we not going to consult?
Dr. Google.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So you're listening. I love that. I love that. I love that. It also helps fight fatty livers. Now, people says, what is a fatty liver? Some people will have a fatty liver and have no symptoms, but when you eat bad stuff, your liver gets sluggish. It's the filtration system of the body, so it's not working properly. So it can actually reverse fatty liver. The great thing, too, is if you have any type of allergic asthma, it helps fight allergies because it has great antihistamines. It's great for vitamin C, so it just gives you that good boost to the immune system. And it also helps with digestion. It acts as a laxative because it has tartaric acid and malic acid. And again, that potassium, which we love, 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 it does great for that. And I'm trying to think, I think I'm missing something. I know what it is. Peptic ulcers. It will help fight, prevent, and coat peptic ulcers. So if you have those ulcers, get some tamarind into your body. Now, people use it in different forms. It's like a sweet, it reminds me of like a nutmeg. You can use it for things like soups and stews, but you can also use it for desserts. You can get it in powder form. You can get it in paste form. It's cheap. It's inexpensive. I'm lazy. I get mine from Amazon. Put it in the fridge. It's a great shelf life. I bought this a couple of weeks ago, and this is actually good until May of 2024. So it looks like a little pod. Put it in the fridge. You'll be great.
So how did you prepare that or eat that, Dr. Graham?
You can eat it just like that. Take the shell off and eat it naturally. You can put it in powder form, and you can put it like a season. You can put it like in soups and stews. Some people like I usually buy 2 bags. I have another bag too, just so you guys don't think I'm lying and just telling you this. You know, I take mine and I dehydrate it in my air fryer. Then I make my own powder form and just put it in my soups, my stews. I put it in certain smoothies. It's a great thing, and it's cheap. It's not expensive.
I love that. I love that. And so they can get it maybe from one of your health stores or just order it?
Food stores, regular stores will have it, like your Whole Foods will have it. You will find it like in a lot of the ethnic stores. It's actually key from something that comes from Africa, but you'll find it in a lot of Indian stores because they use it to help when they spice up their curry and stuff like that.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a great
and so, you know, Dr. Graham, we always look forward to your health tips for the week because I learned something new, some great information. But I also want you to share with them about Nia the Germinator, your book back there.
You know, Nia the Germinator, she's the little girl that fights those germs, those 4 germ brothers: Bacteria, Frank the fungus, Vic the virus, and Prody the protozoa. Learning starts at home. You got to start with the little one.
That's
So
right.
our second series will be out where she's taking on Vic the virus, and she will be available in English and in Espanol.
I love that. And how can they find more information about your book and about you as well?
Just come on over to the website and visit theapplife.info. I'm on social media at Dr. Shawnee0720. Come on over. Check us out.
And, you know, as we always say, Dr. Graham, Matt Newsome, his music, you know, I know in the OR, when you all get ready for surgery, I mean, will you add him in rotation?
We'll add him in because first of all, that man can sing. Listen, I was over there pull out my little microphone. I said, "Ooh, Costello, I know you was doing a little show. I'll come help you out too." Chef D in the background, please don't say nothing because I know I can sing. I'm a songbird for the Lord. I sound out with the music real loud. That's about it. That's it.
I love it, Dr. Graham. Can you stick around for the rest of the show?
I gotta get this man blow. Let's go.
He can say, because when he started singing that Jeffrey Osborne song, I was about to jump out of my chair.
I had to find my microphone. I said, "What's the microphone?" I had to get the microphone. I was ready to sing. I can go on the road now, give me a little time, put in the FMLA, take off a good 12 weeks. I'll be on the road with anybody.
That's right. That's right. Dr. Graham, as always, thank you so much. Please stick around.
I will.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey, that's Dr. Graham with a health tip, mind, body, and soul segment. You can catch Dr. Graham here each and every Monday right here on Artist Talk at 7 p.m. And please support that book, Nia the Germinator. I have the book, even though it's a children's book, but I don't have kids, but if you have grandkids, nieces, nephews, family members, it's all about support. And even these indie artists like Matt Newsome, go over to mattnewsomemusic.com. Caring is sharing. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back to our special guest. We have international recording artist, singer and songwriter Matt Newsome is our guest tonight. If you have questions or comments that you would like to add, Matt, make sure you post them there. We will do our best to answer those. So let's bring Matt back into the room. Like I say, come on in the room. I'll be a silly. So, Matt, let's get back into this, your latest project. Groovin' Me.
Yes.
That's your latest single, right?
Yes, that's the latest. Yep. Yeah.
That's I love this song.
Thank you.
It's, you know what? The song, it's the melody, the beat. And I don't know if Chef D can pull it up so people can hear just a snippet of it. And just let me know, Chef D, when you have it. But I love the way the song kind of sneaks up on you.
Yeah.
And I love the way, I don't know what you will call that arrangement or however you did that.
Yeah.
It's like
I was in a strange place. I don't know, because I'm always thinking in terms of just writing. I mean, not just for me or whatever, you know. And I was like, I don't know. I think at the time when I was on my way to the studio, I was probably listening to some Lenny Kravitz stuff.
Okay.
And I think, I don't know, you know, sometimes it's like unconsciously, but I kind of like, and then when I thought back, when I was like, yeah, that could kind of lock in with, some of the stuff that he do a little bit. Yeah, I like the way you move me. I like the way you groove me. I like the way you move me, make me oh so crazy. Keep doing what you do when you do how you do what you do when you do it. Keep on grooving me. You know what I
Hey,
mean? I was in that I was in that mindset. Oh man, and I was like,
here it is
yeah,
right here.
there we go. It's the same old game with a different name. It's the old rat race at a different pace. I've been high and low, tell me where you go. But to my surprise, you really caught my eye. I like the way you move me. I like the way you groove me. I like the way you move me, make me oh so crazy. I
That's
like
it.
the way.
I love, but you know,
Thank you.
it gives me that old school
Yeah.
music sound. And I
Wow.
think there is so much missing in
Yeah.
today's music, man. And I think you captured that
Thank
in
you.
that song. You know, when we
Thank
were talking about yesterday, when I was talking about the group like The System,
Yes.
and we were
Yes.
talking, you know, that old
Right.
that vibe.
No.
And music is so much, I think, missing that today.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and I'm like, and I fit in there, you know, well, because it works for me. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like, I can listen to it, or I can sit and watch somebody perform it. Either
Right.
way, I'm still cool. I'm still taking it in. You
Right.
know, so
Right.
that's how I feel like a lot of that stuff. It's like I could either perform it, or I could sit there and listen or watch
Right.
somebody perform the song. You know, and it's like I'm definitely locked in with that. You know.
Right. I love that because even Gary Smoot, who's a recording artist, he said it gives him Lenny vibes. It
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
has that.
that's what I don't know. I think, like I said, I was I was listening to some Lenny Kravitz stuff when I was on my
Okay.
way to the studio, and my brain is always going. Sometimes, like, I'll get up in the 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'll have a nice little melody. If I don't get up and record it,
Right.
it's gone by the
It's
time,
good.
you know, I get up for work. So I got the little thing on the little app, you know,
Okay.
like a little dictation thing, and I'll hum some stuff because I know when I get up and ready to go to work, whatever, boom, I'm like, where was I at with that? Something woke me up and gave and made me feel a certain melody or a certain phrase, and I got to get up. And my wife, she thinks I'm crazy too because I got a lot of stuff I put down, and they're like, I'll get it later. You know what I
Right.
mean? Because I got it recorded, and I'll know exactly where I'm at now. Because sometimes I did it a couple of times and didn't remember
Okay.
what it was, and my phone wasn't available for some reason,
Mhm.
and I regretted it. I was like, wow, that was a really nice melodic type phrasing type. I mean, it was like, it was perfect. The length was perfect for a chorus,
Okay.
and I lost it. And I was like, oh, okay, all
Wow.
right, well, if it's meant to be, it'll come back, or something, you know, close to that, you know, may strike me or something, you know. And then I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, well, it didn't come back. Life goes on. Next
Life
tune.
goes on. Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, when I also heard your voice, and when I knew going back that you worked with Denise Williams, Christopher Williams, Melissa
Yeah.
Morgan. But when you hear a voice like that, yours, definitely, it's like it's definitely not one of those voices that need to be behind, I think, anyone.
I hear
Because
you.
your
But I
voice,
love harmonies though. I
right,
love harmonies.
I love. So how did that come about, you working with Denise, Christopher Williams, Melissa?
Well, a friend of a friend. Well, I was in Philadelphia at the Dell. A friend, bass player by the name of Bay. He was actually, he went out on the road. He might have been the musical director for Billy Paul. I know he was in the band. He may not. Don't get me wrong. He
Mhm.
may not have been the musical director, but I believe he was. But he's out on the road with Billy Paul, and he was doing, and I was doing a lot of corporate stuff, doing a lot. And he said, "Okay, well, listen, in between, you know, doing the gigs with Billy, I want to try to get, you know, do some of the stuff like you're doing, the corporate gigs and all that kind of stuff." So I kind of put him down with some people that I was associated with. You know, shout out to Melanie Rice, Kenny Iban, They're doing a lot of casino stuff, banquet stuff, wedding stuff. So he put me down. He called me up. Denise Williams, musical director, she called and said they need to put a show together. Somebody couldn't make it at the Dell. They had like lineups. As a matter of fact, Peebo Bryson was there. Cuban Gooding Sr. was there. And I forget who the other act was. Cuban opened up, people closed, and whoever the other artist was that couldn't make it, they were the second act. And they slid Denise Williams in there. So I didn't actually meet her. Didn't meet her until 2 hours before the show. Our musical director came down, met us in Philly. We went to a rehearsal studio, and she says, and I love all her work. So she was like, one thing you got to remember with Denise Williams, she likes her stuff the way it's recorded. I said, well, that's going to make it easy for me because that's all I know right now. The way gonna take a miracle. Yes, it's gonna take a miracle. Before you love someone new. I'm trying to think my note. Before this was little ways back to gonna take a miracle. Gonna take a miracle. I was like that. I was in between the melodies and stuff like that. I was like, you couldn't hear me well, but I think my voice helped complete the harmony. You know what I mean? It's like one of them things like, yeah, you're not going to be on the top. You're not going to be on the bottom, but you're going to complete it so people can appreciate it. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not really heard, but that's how I felt like the note that I had. Not heard, but because that harmony was so tight when we were done with it, you know, you can walk away saying, I did my job. And we got a standing ovation at the Dell in Philly.
Okay.
Yep. Got a standing ovation. Yep. We did about 7 songs with her.
Okay.
You know, so it was cool. I loved that experience too.
So if you could, in a sentence or so, you know, working with these artists and some other, what did you take away from that experience with working? Did anything you take into your own career?
Yeah, I did. I said, well, because for one thing, I wanted to see, you know, like some people when they do the shows, they get real nervous. And I mean, maybe years ago, I can't remember, but I mean, you always get butterflies, you know, especially if you're in a different arena, you're doing different stuff and, you know, you're going to different places. Like when I was doing corporate stuff, we went to different places where folks that, you know, don't traditionally listen to a lot of R&B, you know what I mean? So I was like trying to see if I fit in. So, you know, wind up doing stuff like play that funky music, you know, Brick House. And then I don't care where you go to, Motown works anywhere. We went up to the hills and the Poconos and folks was like, you know, wearing that, you know, you could tell folks that, yeah, I'm trying not to be, you know, you can tell folks ain't been out in a while when their pants needs to be hemmed, the hem need to be let down. And you know what I mean? So they're not the traditionally type people that go out all the time. So yeah, needless to say, they were watching us like we had 3 heads. And I was saying to Melanie, you know, Melanie, let's do the old time rock and roll. Let's do some Motown. She was doing some new stuff, trying out some new stuff, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga and all that. And then they were looking at us like we were green, purple, pink and all, you know, just strange. I said, Melanie, I think we should try, you know, Motown or some old time rock and roll. And we started doing it. Give me that old time rock and roll kind of music that soothes the soul. You know what I mean? Them folks got up on the floor and you couldn't peel them off the floor. Yeah, you know what I mean? I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, cause you mean that much to me. The folks was on the floor. We could not peel them folks. So I was like, that Motown works, and I was just convinced. Motown and old time rock and roll, that stuff works anywhere you go. Anywhere you go.
I love that.
Yeah.
And, so what I wanted to do, and we're about to run out of time a little bit too.
Okay.
I want to take a quick break if we can, Chef
Okay.
B. And when we come back, if you can just sing a little bit of something else for us,
right.
even if it doesn't have to be the whole melody or something
Okay.
you want to sing, and then we're going to also talk about the project and some other things before we get off. Okay.
Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm Jazzie K. Ward. You're watching Artist Talk. Our special guest is international recording artist, singer, and songwriter, Mr. Matt Newsome, with us tonight. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back right after this.
Hi, this is saxophonist D. Lucas, and you have just watched Artist Talk with my man, Jazzie K. Ward. Hey, check him out every Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time on his Facebook Live or YouTube. And if you don't, shame on you.
Thank you, my friend, Mr. D.
All right.
So Matt, I'm just gonna let you, whatever you want to share with us. Is there any like song that you particularly sing? Like I know you do a lot of live shows, and I watch you on social media. Is there any one particular song maybe you open up with quite often, or favorite?
I guess it depends on what the crowd look like. If it's a lot of younger folks and a lot of single people and I try to do something not off the bat, but maybe I'll do something like something mid-tempo, kind of get people, I don't want to put people to sleep. But if I'm doing something where it's a lot of couples and stuff like that, I'll try to keep it really mellow. You know what I mean? Like, let me see, what would I do? Who do you love? Mid-tempo. Are you sure? Please let me make a true confession. I have never been in love before. But since you came in my direction, I've had a change of heart. My girl said, come a dime a dozen. I teach them, I teach them the things they love to hear. Ooh, got me listening to my heart now. I never knew true love was in need. I don't know if I'm singing all the right words, but who do you love, girl? I'm in love with you. Sure as the sky is blue, just let me prove to you. Tell girl my love is true. I used to be the great pretender. And then if it's a lot of couples, the time is right. Turn down the lights and take my hand. We'll take a flight and spend the night in Wonderland. And I do a little Soul Child. Never thought that I'd ever be more than friends. Now I'm all confused, cause for you I have deeper feeling. Both thought it was cool to cross the line. I was convinced it would be all right. Now things are strange, nothing's the same. And really I just want my friend back in the background. And my mind's gone half crazy cause I can't leave you alone. So it depends, where I'm at. No.
Right. I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mr. Matt Newsome. And Matt, when I watch you, one thing I notice about singers, and I watch you seem to be having so much fun.
Yes, I enjoy
it. Enjoy what you do. Do you think that is that important, you think, in this career?
Yeah, I do, because for the first couple of years when I was doing like a lot of corporate gigs and stuff like that, I just kind of felt like I was like on a treadmill, like really wasn't doing what I really felt like I wanted to do. So kind of got away from that after so many years and kind of I want to do R&B, I want to do neo, I want to do that kind of stuff. And then I was kind of venturing into things like, just kind of, I don't know, I went way to the left. I was listening to, I don't know if you ever heard of artist Michael Franks, jazz artist.
Oh yes.
Lady wants to know, she wants to know the reason, got to know the reason why this man has got to go. This man is always leaving, how he hates to say goodbye. What she doesn't know, there really is no reason why. And then what caught me, because I heard the words, Daddy plays the ashtray, baby loves to fly, lady's just like heaven when she smiles, Daddy's just like Coltrane, baby's just like Miles. And I heard that, I was like, whoa, I gotta listen to this song.
Can we get a Michael Franks?
The whole song.
Can we get a Michael Franks and Matt Newsome duet? Are y'all gonna work together? Michael, are you watching?
I love his stuff. when they did what Objects of Desire. I
Oh,
cry
yeah.
when I should laugh at your own lover's photograph. You said no need to shout. Well, how come you never threw it out? What did you do all day? Your mind's a million miles away. You said just in my room. Well, I would like to know with whom. Why must you play with me? Why don't you stay with me? I'm in a difficult position. I don't mean to push and shove. Just want all your love. I'm sick and tired of this suspicion. Boom, boom, ba-dum, boom, ba-dum, bam, ba-boom, bam, boom, ba-da-dum. My heart is burning up with jealousy. Boom, bam, boom, ba-da-dum. This jealous feeling's got a hold of me. And guess what? Bonnie Raitt and Luther Vandross was in the background
Wow.
on that song. My
Really?
heart is burning. They was killing the background too. My heart is burning up with jealousy. Boom, 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 this jealous feeling's got a hold of me. Boom, 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 boom. You heard the horns, bam, boom. Yeah, and I was like reading the credits, and I was like, wow. Like
Wow.
killing this background. I had to read the credits. Bonnie Raitt and Luther Vandross was in the background of that song.
Wow. You
It was
know,
amazing. Yeah.
well, I also hear your voice, and I typically ask this because we just automatically assume that all of us grew up in church. But when you hear your voice has so much soul,
Thank
and it's
you.
authentic. It's
Thank you.
real. It's strong. I was going to ask you, did you grow up also in the church?
Yeah, we did. We went to church, me and my brothers. We had a little group. My mom had us singing and stuff like that. I guess we got about 12, 13. We just kind of veered off a little bit. But my brothers and most of my brothers, they started studying the religion of Islam, Islam. So, we kind of got away from the church thing. Then we started hanging at the high school and the gyms and going to the bus station, doing the doo-wops and all that. Because we had so many people, like it's 5 of us. All of my brothers sang. And then we had some of our neighbors, some of our friends. Like we had 2 tenors, we had 2 baritones, we had 2 first tenors, 2 second tenors. So when we were kicking, it was like almost like people would say it sounded like music, but we never had any, instruments, anything like that. But we were doing stuff by the Persuasions, Buffalo Soldier, Man and Me.
What about any gospel? Did y'all do any gospel?
Yeah, we did. My mom, I don't even the only one that I remember, the song that really stuck with me. I'll be somewhere listening. I'll be somewhere listening. I'll be somewhere listening for my name. If he calls me, I will answer. If he calls me, I will answer. I'll be somewhere. And then when we get jumps in, oh, I'll be somewhere. Then we all sing it. Listening, I'll be somewhere. Listening, I'll be somewhere. Listening for my name. But that was the only song I remember from,
No.
And then, like when Kirk Franklin and Mary and all them came out, I was like, woo, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
because they kept my attention. They got me back focused on the word itself because of the music. It was R&B. It's like almost like R&B, but you catch the message though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now you got my attention because that funky bass line or that funky drum, roll or whatever it is. And then now I'm listening to the message because you know what I mean? Like, but a lot of the stuff, the old stuff, and it's like, I don't know, sometimes it kind of took me back to slavery days. So it was kind of it got a little depressing.
Impressive.
You know what I mean? It got a little depressing for me. And for a while, I just kind of turned away from it. But I mean, I'm like, not real big religious, but I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. You know, mine is here, my heart and mind. So my whole thing is I try to treat people the way I want to be treated.
Right. I like that. And someone, people were saying, this brother can sing. Vaughn said, this brother can sing. And Tudor Malone said, is he Church of Christ?
Oh man, well that was there. That's where I started. That's where we launched that because my mother had us going all the time, and we was, doing our thing in the church. Whatever song she had for us to learn, we'd learn it all week and go to church and do it. But it's been so long, But
yeah, my brother. So tell us the CD. They can get Groovin' Me, which is available now.
Yeah, they could get it on all the streaming platforms. You can download it or you can stream it, iTunes, Spotify, Napster. You can go to YouTube and check it out and listen to it, see if you want to, purchase it or, whatever you do. I appreciate it, Oh, yeah, all of mine. I got Invisible, that single.
Right.
I got Grooving Me. I did a little collaboration with my son, but he was doing rap. And and then I worked with my brothers and them years ago, a vocal group by the name of Malaz.
Okay.
And we had some nice stuff on there, but everybody just kind of went their separate ways. And I'm like, we had one tune up there that I love. Kiss you all over, wanna kiss you all over, wanna kiss you and hold to you real tight. Don't let go, kiss you all over. And then we get into the end of the song. Kiss you all over. I want to hold you tight. Dim the lights till we are through. Kiss you all over. Making sweet love. Kiss you and hold to you real tight. Don't let go. Kiss you all over. That was all vocals. I mean, we were like harmonics, and then I'm like, my brother's on top. Sometimes I'm on top doing the improvisational stuff, but that was where the vocals at. I mean, everybody kind of went their separate ways. So I waited for a little bit, and then, nobody really had the drive. So I just started doing the solo stuff,
I love that. And I got some tweets. I was looking at my phone. People said, "Oh God, does he perform at weddings?" I guess back when they just hit you up.
Yeah, yeah, I do all of that. Not so much now because I'm just kind of freelancing, doing, like now, just work with whatever band's available. If my schedule permits, they'll say send me your song list. Like I'm working with another band, my man Lenny Covington, give him a shout out. He's got Parkway Soul from up north, North Jersey, and they're doing Earth, Wind and Fire tribute stuff, and I love all the Earth, Wind and Fire stuff. So I'm like, I'm down when when you get it rolling. I'm down because I love Earth, Wind and Fire stuff. Right. So
can you share with us anything that you have coming up?
The duet with Mary Cross. I give Mary Cross a shout out. We're doing a duet at Wilson's the Saturday of Thanksgiving.
Okay.
That's in Hynella, New Jersey. I know a lot of people don't know where it's at, but I don't know. I can get off the expressway. If anybody in Jersey area, it's off of exit 9B. But you Google it, Wilson's Live Music. Okay. You can find it. He's, probably one of the bigger supper clubs out that way. And then I got my man Kelsey in Atlantic City. Give him a shout out. They got a nice soul food joint. I kind of planned it myself there when I got back to Atlantic City and was trying to do my thing, and he showed me some love, him and his wife, Kim. They do the strictly soul food and stuff like that. And they got a nice supper club set up over there on the side where the casinos is at too. So, give them a big shout out as well. But yeah, I guess because I'm kind of trying to keep myself free too, to write more. I'm kind of like almost kind of forcing myself to get back to the writing. I don't want to be in a schedule where I'm gigging every weekend again. Cause I was doing that with Melanie and I was working, was it 52 out the year? I was working like 42 weekends.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? For like, quite like a number of years, you know what I mean? It got to the point where, can I write music? Cause I'm doing everybody else's stuff. I mean, can I get back to that? I mean, am I going to sound like, anything other than what I'm doing here, doing the covers? Right. You know what I mean? I was just kind of got in that space where I didn't know if I would have any originality, when I got back to doing the writing and stuff. So I was like, yeah, let me just get off here and just take a break from doing all the cover stuff. Cause I was doing all kinds of stuff. Bruno Mars stuff. Little Justin Bieber stuff.
Okay.
Justin Timberlake, a lot of that stuff, and then going and then we touched on Jeffrey Osborne, Luther Vandross, Temptations. You know, not digging real deep into the R&B stuff, and that was another reason why I was like, yeah, let me kind of break off, you know, a little bit, you know, and just kind of do some things just to have fun, just to get back to the fun.
Just the fun. I love that.
And the money was there. The money was definitely there.
The money.
I just I wasn't having fun anymore.
I understand. Wow.
You know, so I was like, let me get back to that, you know.
Matt, my brother, this has been an amazing conversation. So what this means is I need you to come back on Artist Talk.
Oh, I will. No doubt. I'm having fun.
I need you to come back because I wanted to, I'm not going to even ask you the question because I will go into the question. That means Matt will have to come back on Artist Talk.
All right, cool.
Again, Matt, the latest single, Groovin' Me is available now. Invincible, all of it. Y'all go buy all of it.
Yeah.
So it's about support.
I appreciate the love because the more support I get financially, the further I can go. Because I don't have no majors behind me. I don't have no major company behind me. So that money helps me move on and get back. I got a couple of songs I want to go back into the studio and record, but trying to get funds together. Sometimes it's a little, you know what I mean? Still got to keep the mortgage paid, got to keep the car, you know what I mean? Sometimes it gets a little dicey and stuff. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put this to the side and wait for the right time. And, you know, hopefully it comes soon and I can go back in the studio and put some other stuff out. But that's where I'm at. So I'm like I said, I take what I can get. I'm thankful. You know, I know I'm blessed with a gift, so I try not to take it for granted, you know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And another question we had, somebody said, can they buy music from you directly?
No, I don't have anything.
Okay, that's fine. So it's available.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go to any one of the sites, and grab it. You know, I used to, but I was finding myself, because when I was with the group, a lot of people, I would get hits from my email from Japan and England, and we used to be able to do that, but I mean, it got a little expensive with the postal. You know what I mean? So thank God for, I mean, to some extent, the downloads is great for us, but I mean, I guess the thing that's going is streaming. Downloads help us make more money. Streaming, you know, you really truly get a few pennies on the dollar, but every little bit helps. You know what I mean? So I appreciate if they reach out and do a stream for me or whatever. I appreciate it. I wish I did have some, you know, CDs, but you know, they don't give them to me anymore.
I understand, my brother.
Like you do your part, we'll do our part. You know.
You do. I understand. I want to say, Matt, thank you so much, my friend, for coming on the show. You are a friend of the show. You are welcome anytime.
Thank you.
And someone watching this program, whoever goes back and watch the replay, any words of wisdom or advice you can give someone that wants to follow your footsteps?
Oh man, you have to enjoy the ride. You know what I mean? If you're doing it, you know, and you're trying to get big, because everybody's success is different. You know what I mean? You got some people out there that want to make $1 million and whatever. Like, listen, I'm like this. If I could double my salary when I'm making at work, I do construction, you know, laborers union, LIUNA, local 77 for anybody out there that's listening. If I could double my salary, that's successful to me. I mean, I could live really comfortably because I don't splurge a lot. I like nice things, buy a few pair of nice shoes and a couple of suits and whatever for appearances and stuff like that. But if I could double the salary that I'm making right now, I'd be set. I don't need to. I mean, $1 million is cool, but I mean, if I doubled my salary right now, I'd be fine. I can go wherever, California and do that, France and do that, whatever. I'm not the guy. So the long story short is, you got to have fun. You got to enjoy it along the way. If you're getting into it to be a recording artist or just to be in a band or just to pop up on the stage periodically to see what it's like, you know, whatever it is, if you got to spend time and money in it, just enjoy the ride. Because if you don't enjoy the ride, it's probably not the right thing to do.
Right. I love that. I think that's some great advice and wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, international recording artist, Mr. Matt Newsome, singer, songwriter. Go over to mattnewsomemusic.com. Purchase his music wherever available platforms. Music is streaming. You can download all of his music, Matt. And I was going to say, Matt, can you hang up for about 30 seconds for me?
Sure.
Okay. Again, thank you so much, everybody, for your support of Artist Talk. Happy Halloween to you. For those who watched the replay, for those who were on the live conversation, thank you all so much for your continuous support. I see all of you. If I missed you, please don't blame my heart for that. MattNewsomeMusic.com, grooving. This brother is amazing. Please, let's support all indie recording artists. And there's a quick question from Colleen. She's having a quick question. Can I send Matt's music to radio DJs? So that's a good question. So Matt, if you're there, if you can type, Colleen Keefley wants to know, can she send your music to radio DJs? If we can, if you can respond back to her, Matt, that would be great. Everybody, please go over to kwardradio.com, my YouTube channel. Please like the page, my website, kwardradio.com. Now, if you don't do any of this stuff, like I always say, shame on you. Shame on you, okay? Any artists that would like to be featured on the show, you can mail me your CDs, information, your EPK kits, all that jazz. If you'd like to support the show, no gift is too small. Cash App, PayPal. Thank you all so much for that. Join me each and every Saturday on WVAS, Saturday Jazz Affair on 90.7, Alabama State University. Again, you guys have the great rest of the week. Make sure you take care of yourself as always. Be kind to others. And remember, go get some music. Share some music with others. I promise you it will bring so much joy also into your life. Thank you so much to Dr. Chantel Graham. Thank you to Chef D. And again, thank you to all of you. See you next time.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheek? And darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just a touch of my hand. For me, I fall in love with you every single day. And I just want to tell you I am. So baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, baby, place your hand on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud. Baby, we found love right where we are. Baby,